Still a slowdown on the way to Davis right now, starting about Reed Avenue, westbound 80. And coming in from the north, southbound 5 slowing up at the I-80 junction. Do not forget, special price for Larry Elder tickets right now. Just like $19.99, as Prince would have said. $19.99, that's out the door, including fees. $19.99 right now for Larry Elder's appearance here. William Jessup next month. Go to am1380theanswer.com. Do it now.
And now, the lone conservative voice in the Sonoma wilderness, here is Dan in Sonoma.
Oh, she doesn't know how lonely it is out here in this, and it is a wilderness here in Sonoma. Nothing but Harris Wall stickers on cars and lots of stupid rich people walking around. So anyway, that's Sonoma. Shawn, good morning. A couple of things on the call up prep board this morning. First is that I have been stating for some time now the parameters of how to win this presidential election haven't changed. You have to win the battleground states, and you have to win the independent vote. Never mind about those idiots. Not to be confused with those idiot, squishy middle people. Those people are literally stupid and should not legally not be voting. But these independents, I have great respect for the independent voter. I'm one of these people. I left the Republican Party, or I should say the Republican Party left me. But I do have significant respect for a Democrat that has left their party because they recognize, like Alan Dershowitz, an incredibly intelligent man. I think I mentioned this the other day, that he said, I'm done. You guys have gone way overboard. So that's what you have to win. But I bring this up for another reason. There was a story, and I can't find it. They must have taken it down on Fox News. Someone did a tracker poll during the debate, and it was Republicans, Democrats, and independents. And when President Trump was making mention of the border, the economy, the independents followed along with the Republicans, scaling up. Democrats, of course, went in the opposite direction. So that's a huge and good sign that Trump's debate performance was solid. It wasn't his best performance, but who cares? Kamala Harris, she actually did the more I think about it, she did an awful job. And this was totally rehearsed, totally scripted. And ABC clearly worked with her because you have to get certain camera angles correct and so forth. So this was all staged from ABC. And Trump still held his own. So again, I'm still holding out great hope that the independents are going to come in large measure to the Trump camp. And I normally don't think this positively, but it's looking pretty good for president. And Kamala Harris, this is not her time ever. Well, she'll never have a time. She's going to drift off into the wilderness after November 5th.
Let us hope so. I hope you're right, Dan,
yes.
Because I can't help worrying because there are there are people in my neighborhood that have really ridiculous lawn signs. One of them is cat people for Cammy. Well, they don't say Cammy, but they're cat people for Kamala. I call her Cammy.
There's a lot of stupid people following Madam Kneepads. I don't know why, but anyway, I know that there's a cheating element that's still out there. I don't discount that. Who knows? They would, although if they did the same thing they did in 2020, and I can't prove this, and I say this to save the station KTKZ so they don't get into any legal trouble. But if they pulled the same thing that we all suspect they did, they'd have to triple their efforts. It's that bad for Kamala Harris. Another story I want to touch on was California Globe. Katie Grimes has this piece on here, and the title is, Why Isn't Gavin Newsom Being Grilled Alongside Governor Andrew Cuomo and other governors for the COVID-19 nursing home scandal. Now, there's a couple thoughts about this. Why did it take so damn long to have this hearing? I didn't even know Andrew Cuomo was testifying before Congress the other day. And, of course, the question is a great question. Why isn't Gavin Newsom alongside them? When Andrew Cuomo ordered infected patients, elderly patients, into nursing homes, and this is on March 25th, 2020, everyone was like, you're kidding me. This is insane. Why would you spread the disease openly? And who knows how many dozens, hundreds, thousands died because of this? And Katie Grimes points out in her piece, it was a number of governors who did all the same thing. They should all be being grilled. Why Newsom isn't there, I don't know. Again, I blame the Republicans because, again, this should have happened in 2020 or at least 2021 at the very latest, not 2024, many years later, just before an election. And why aren't all these other governors, and especially Newsom, who is guilty of the same thing, not even being questioned? I don't understand why the failure, why the weakness from the Republican Party on such a very easy issue.
People are being paid off, Dan. Don't you think?
Maybe they are. Maybe they are.
There is a
Maybe
lot of money flying around. And some people will do anything for money.
Yeah, I guess that's true. I mean, that's a sad reality. The swamp is more like the Pacific Ocean. It's not a swamp. It's a gigantic entity that you can't remove. It's too big.
It's bigger than Trump thought it was. Dan, it's always a pleasure.
California Go. Thanks, bud.
I gots to go. Thank you so much. 725.
The YouGov poll. Now, listen to these numbers. Let me give you